As we're about to wrap up this presentation, I do want to touch briefly on how to think about internet resources, because even though you are largely going to be needing to find things in the databases, there may be those occasions where you need to fill in the blanks with some statistics that you may go out and say to a government or an educational site to try to find those pieces that will help solidify your argument. There's a number of things that you do want to consider when you're looking at a web page, because as you know, anybody can publish anything that they want to on the web, whether it's a blog, whether it's some kind of an opinion post. Even though it may look like a credible site, you really have to take a look at who it is that's writing this item. And so that goes into this category right here that we mentioned. What's the authority of the person or persons or even group who are authoring that web page? You'll want to maybe take a look at the About Us section, especially if you're not clear on who it is that's representing that information. Likewise, what is the accuracy of the piece you're reading? You'll know that a lot of these pieces are very interconnected that we're looking at here, but it's very important to identify those kinds of things. Who is it that's writing it? Do they have authority to speak about the subject, and is what they're presenting accurate? Likewise, are they talking to you about this topic from an objective point of view? There may be times that you do need an opinion piece, but you need to be very careful with that, because sometimes groups will have a very slanted viewpoint on their websites, and you may be looking for something that is just giving you the objective overview. Also, take a look and make sure that this is a website that's updated and that the information is current. And also take a look at the scope, the coverage of what the website is talking about. As you can imagine, there's a lot of information we could cover here about how to make sure that something is a credible source when you're talking about the web. So there has been a handout that's been designed if you'd like to look at this more closely. You can see the link, the short link on the page, but I do encourage you to look into that handout further. It's about 6 pages long. That talks about how to evaluate internet resources that will go into much more detail than we have time to do today. So there's a few points I just want to make sure that you take away with you as you go out to do your research. As mentioned in the video earlier, do use quotation marks to keep phrases together. That's going to help kick out that word and find those words together the way you wanted to find them. Make sure that you're using this simple, scholarly language. You probably recall Ruth's comment about talking to the database like a caveman with a high vocabulary, and that's exactly what you need to do. And if you are not finding it by the terms you're using, switch it up. That will help you go a long way in trying to figure out exactly where the items are that you're looking for. Likewise, keep notes of the terms that are in the articles and the pieces that you like the most. As you start to figure out the direction you're going in and you start doing this research and you start to notice a pattern, it's great to write those down, especially if you need to walk away and take care of the kids or go cook dinner or whatever the case may be. Maybe you need to go to bed for the evening and come back and do research later. You don't want to have to start from scratch again. So make sure that you keep notes of the terms that are key to the items that you like the most. And as always, please, if you need help, do contact us. We truly are here to help you. I'll come back to this in just a moment, but I did promise that I was going to show you on our website where to find this information about how to get in contact with us. So back on our live library website, I wanted to show you that if you go to the About the Library section and you scroll on down here to where it says Contact Us, you're going to be redirected to a page that's going to give you a wealth of information about how to get in contact with us here at the Y Library. You're going to see as we scroll down that there is a map here, so if you ever are in the area or if you want to make a trip here, you are more than welcome to come find us. We would welcome you to come in, have a cup of coffee at the Sacred Grounds Coffee Shop, and say hello to us. If you have research questions that you want to ask in person, we're there for that too. If you want to give us a call, further down, here's our phone numbers as well as a fax line and our general email address. And also, you'll want to take note of the library hours that are right down here. Even if you're not coming to campus, it's a good idea to know where those hours are. That way you know whether or not we may be in the building. If you also want to take a look and see if we have any special circumstances where maybe we have different hours than these standard ones, you can always click on these calendars to take a look and see if there's any special closings that are planned. And one final piece I want to make sure to show you is this Chat with a Librarian feature that's up here in the right corner of our screen. What that allows us to do is our library has subscribed to a service in which a number of different libraries have said, we want to help each other out in answering these questions so that our students have coverage any time of the day or night. This is a 24/7 chat service. You will do exactly as this asks you, enter your email, enter your question, click send, and someone, a trained librarian, will pick up your question and answer it. We provide information about our school and our resources on a page that they can view to help you. So when you do this, you may be talking to somebody who's not part of our library, but the great feature about this is if it's 3 in the morning and you know that we're closed, but you have questions on maybe which database to choose or which terms to use, you can always hop on this chat with the librarian feature and you can ask them a question and have them give you some guidance. If the question that you ask ends up being too specific for them to answer, something that's too specific to Spring Arbor, they will direct your question back to us and we will answer it when we're in the building. But if you have a general question that you need answered right now, anybody that you contact on that service is going to be happy to answer your questions. And you never know, there may be times if you're doing it during the day that you may catch one of us because we do also serve hours on this service as well. So I wanted to bring you back to this screen once more and just once again encourage you that if you do have any questions, feel free to contact us by email, phone, or our 27 chat feature. I really hope that this presentation has helped you to think more about your research and has made it just a little bit less intimidating. Please do give us a call and I do look forward to helping you. Best of luck on your upcoming projects.